Hi there, this is the extremely pretty mate or exchange trap in the French defence Winawer variation. White plays e4 and black e6, the French defence. And after d4, d5, white plays classically knight c3, supporting the pawn on e4. Bishop b4 is the main move of the Winawer variation, pinning the knight now on c3. And more pressure on the e4 pawn. Well, white self-protects by advancing the pawn to e5, creating a small and annoying pawn chain in the center. Black has a go at that center with the obvious move here, c5, typical in the French Winawer. a3 poses a question to the bishop, exchange or run, and usually black will exchange minor pieces on c3 or can drop the bishop back to a4. But there's another somewhat rare alternative to those usual moves, and it's this move, c takes on d4. It's been played by several solid grandmasters. When in this position for white, both Shirov and Karpov has captured the bishop on a4, that's a takes on b4, but also worth considering is queen takes on d4. Black will develop knight c6, gaining time, hitting the queen, and white will usually respond with the almost automatic bishop b5, pinning that knight. It seems such a natural move that it's almost understandable to overlook this alternative, queen g4, which is hitting the pawn on g7, while the bishop on b4 is still under threat. So black will exchange on c3, bishop takes c3, b takes on c3, and now black has to do something about the pawn on g7, or can capture the pawn on e5. Well, the capture looks really tempting, and so many decent players have gone for this. Knight takes on e5 looks fantastic, because if white plays queen takes on g7, then black can defend, it seems, adequately with the move queen f6, leaving black in a comfortable position, or so it would seem. But white has a winning move here. Hard to see, but this move, bishop h6, does everything. An incredible move. Well, first of all, it defends the queen on g7, so that if black played queen takes queen, bishop takes on g7 is going to win the exchange, at least for white. Also threatening is queen f8, which looks disastrous for black. If black were to play knight takes on h6, well then the black queen is going to be loose and white's going to be winning. And if black were to play queen takes h6, then white simply picks up the rook on h8 with a winning position. So what can black do here? Well, black might consider dropping the knight back to d7, supporting the queen and defending f8, but then white will continue with bishop to b5, pinning the knight, and black's in a miserable position because white is threatening queen f8, checkmate. And if the knight were to go to g6 instead, then obviously white could win material with queen takes queen and then bishop g7. But even better is this move, h4. Threatening h5, driving that knight away, and then white will be winning even more material after queen takes queen and bishop g7. Here black can resign, white is winning. So this has been the mate or exchange trap in the French defence Winawer variation. Hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.